On the occasion of World Health Day, we have a prescription for overcoming the nutritional challenges in the country. So why is the malnutrition problem in India still unresolved? Because we look at malnutrition as a health problem. Well, on the contrary, it is not just a health problem. It is a social problem, and so it requires systems thinking and a community approach to combat malnutrition. So if I think about the 3 prescription points to address this challenge. Number 1, strengthen the institutional response. We are so heavily dependent on ICDS. Different ministries of the government must work in a convergent manner to address undernutrition. We need on-field service delivery and improve institutional response. 2, strengthen implementation of existing interventions. Shortcomings need to be overcome. For example, improve the quality and coverage of take-home ration, improve the sharing of real-time nutrition information for designing, implementing, and rectifying targeted interventions, and make a reward and recognition for those who identify a malnourished child in their field area. Innovative community-based solutions that bring in the element of community engagement and community ownership. The solutions must be developed in partnership with communities and keeping their culture in mind. So you have to engage the community women, panchayat members, youth, school children, informal leaders, and influencers. And we must bring in technology whenever necessary to provide support. For example, why should we depend on a weighing scale or a height meter to measure weight and height of a child? Can we not have a smartphone-based app that can accurately measure children? Given the cross-sectoral role of nutrition, we must adopt a nutrition-sensitive approach over nutrition security to leapfrog in our development journey. For example, we should invest in agriculture in such a way that it not only boosts production and increases income levels, but also supports livelihoods, enhance access to diverse diets in poor populations, and foster women's empowerment. We should invest in education, especially in adult parental education, because we know that that is a very important determinant of child undernutrition. We should invest more in social safety nets that will enable families to come out of poverty and combat malnutrition. A nutrition-sensitive approach, therefore, is very complex and requires the involvement of multiple stakeholders and multiple sectors. Our approaches must place importance on facets such as poverty, gender equality, water, sanitation, hygiene, and behavior change. For a nutrition-sensitive model to work, it will require a very high degree of coordination at all executive and administrative levels across sectors. On this World Health Day, I feel it is important for each one of us to constantly keep reminding ourselves that we have a long way to go to achieve our SDG target of zero hunger by 2030. Nutrition-specific as well as nutrition-sensitive interventions must go hand in hand to combat malnutrition. There is need for governments, communities, civil society, organization, philanthropists, international organizations, and every stakeholder to join hands to ensure that our future generations are well nourished so that our future is in the safe and healthy hands. I believe that the corporate sector and their CSR investment must go towards innovation that solves a problem, and those that can be scaled up quickly. We should use CSR money as risk capital. This will help nurture innovators and will ensure that we are ahead of the curve. I think the corporate sector can also bring in their processes and people to solve the problems. The corporate sector can also bring in partners to work on unique problems through their convening power. Poshan 2.0 is a wonderful initiative of the government, bringing together many schemes to address malnutrition. I strongly believe that this will go a strong way in ensuring convergence and coordination. I'd like to end by a verse today from the great Mirza Ghalib. कोंचा फिर लगा खिलने, आज हमने अपना दिल खो किया हो देखा, गुम किया हुआ पाया. कोंचा फिर लगा खिलने, आज हमने अपना दिल खो किया हुआ देखा, गुम किया हुआ पाया.